Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins All World, where we dig into the most fascinating and valuable coins from around the world. Today, we're shining a spotlight on a true gem from American coinage, the 1925 Buffalo 5-cent coin, also known as the Buffalo nickel. Now, you might be thinking, it's just a nickel, right? What's so special about that? Well, let me tell you, this coin has a rich history and could be worth much more than you think. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you might just be holding a treasure worth tens of thousands of dollars. Before we talk about the value of the 1925 Buffalo nickel, let's first take a step back and explore the history behind this iconic coin. Introduced in 1913, the Buffalo nickel was designed by James Earl Fraser, an artist who wanted to capture the spirit of the American West. His design features two striking elements, the buffalo on one side, and a Native American chief on the other. These elements symbolize the country's connection to its indigenous roots and the vast wilderness of the frontier. The Buffalo nickel became an immediate success and was in circulation for decades. It was minted until 1938, and over the years, many versions of this coin have been produced. But the 1925 edition is one that's especially prized by collectors, particularly those with a keen eye for rare mint marks and exceptional condition.So. What makes the 1925 Buffalo nickel stand out from the rest? Well, it's all about the mint mark and the condition of the coin. If you take a closer look at the back of the coin, you'll notice a small mint mark beneath the 5 cents inscription. This mint mark indicates where the coin was produced: Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark can have a huge impact on the value of the coin. The 1925 Buffalo nickel is especially desirable because of its rarity and the fact that it was minted during a period of economic change in the United States. The 1920s were an era of transition. While the country was prospering in the early years of the decade, the Great Depression would soon bring drastic changes. This contrast between periods of prosperity and hardship gives the 1925 Buffalo nickel a certain historical significance that makes it all the more appealing to collectors. Now, let's talk about the mint marks on the 1925 Buffalo nickel. The Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of these coins, which means most 1925 Buffalo nickels you come across will have no mint mark at all. While these coins are still valuable in their own right, the San Francisco and Denver minted versions are particularly rare and sought after. In fact, some of the rarest 1925 Buffalo nickels are the ones struck at the Denver Mint. These coins are harder to find, and when you do, they're often in better condition than their Philadelphia counterparts. Coins with mint marks from Denver can be worth more, depending on their condition, while those with the San Francisco mint mark tend to have more detailed designs, though they are still considered somewhat less rare than their Denver minted cousins. When it comes to the value of the 1925 Buffalo nickel, condition is everything. Like many collectible coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, and a coin that is in uncirculated or mint state condition is worth significantly more than one that has been worn down from years of circulation. Coins that are well preserved, with minimal wear and clear features, are considered key dates in the world of coin collecting. As for the 1925 Buffalo nickel, if it's been stored well and remains in excellent condition, it could be worth much more than its face value. A graded coin that comes in at MS 65, mint state 65, or better, meaning it's in nearly perfect condition, can fetch a significant price on the market. In addition to the mint marks and condition, there are also errors and unique variants of the 1925 Buffalo nickel that can drive up its value. These minting errors are highly coveted by collectors and can include mistakes such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or even over-polished dies that affect the design. If you find a 1925 Buffalo nickel with a minting error, especially one that's particularly rare or noticeable, it could add thousands of dollars to its value. Collectors are always on the lookout for error coins because they are unique and can be considered a true, one-of-a-kind find.So. How much is the 1925 Buffalo nickel worth? While the average 1925 Buffalo nickel is worth between $3 to $5 depending on condition, the rarity of the mint mark, the coin's condition, and any possible minting errors can drive its value much higher. Coins in near mint or MS-65 condition, especially those with the rare Denver mint mark, can sell for hundreds of dollars, with high-quality examples fetching much more. And now, for the big reveal, are you ready? If you've come across a well-preserved 1925 Buffalo nickel with a rare mint mark, or even better, one with a minting error, it could be worth as much as $40,000, that's right, $40,000 for a single Buffalo nickel. A 1925 Buffalo nickel in mint condition, especially one with a rare mint mark or minting error, could be worth a small fortune. But why is this coin worth so much? It's the combination of rarity, historical significance, and unique errors that make the 1925 Buffalo nickel such a highly sought-after item. Collectors prize coins like these because they represent a piece of American history, and the rarity of well-preserved or error coins makes them incredibly valuable.So, the next time you're going through your old coins or happen to stumble upon a Buffalo nickel, don't just dismiss it as spare change. Take a closer look, especially at the mint mark and condition, because it could be worth far more than you think. Today, we've got a special treat for you as we dig deep into one of the most sought-after coins in American history, the 1936 Buffalo 5-cent coin, also known as the Buffalo nickel. You might think, it's just a nickel, right? But hold on to your seats, because this small piece of American history could be worth more than you ever imagined. Stick around till the end, and you'll find out exactly how much a 1936 Buffalo nickel could be worth today. Before we talk about the value of the 1936 Buffalo nickel, let's first take a look at its rich history. The Buffalo nickel was first introduced in 1913 as part of the U.S. Mint's effort to create a new and more distinctly American coin design. The coin was designed by renowned sculptor James O. Fraser and features a beautiful and symbolic design that reflects the nation's wild frontier. On the obverse, we see the profile of a Native American chief, representing the indigenous people of America. On the reverse, the famous American buffalo stands tall, symbolizing the strength and power of the American West. This design was meant to honor the nation's heritage and its connection to the wild plains of the West. The Buffalo nickel was minted from 1913 to 1938, and the 1936 edition marks a critical period in American history. The country was slowly recovering from the Great Depression, and the designs on U.S. currency, including this nickel, became symbols of hope and perseverance. Now, let's dive into what makes the 1936 Buffalo nickel particularly special in the world of coin collecting. While the Buffalo nickel was minted for several years, the 1936 version stands out due to its rarity, its mint mark, and the condition of the coin. The 1936 Buffalo nickel was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; and San Francisco, S mint mark. Of these, the coins minted in Denver are the most sought after due to their relative rarity compared to the others. Let's talk about the mint marks for a second, because this is where things get interesting. The 1936 Buffalo nickel is typically found with either a Philadelphia mint mark, a Denver mint mark, D, or a San Francisco mint mark, S. The most common of these is the Philadelphia mint mark, meaning that most of the coins from this year are relatively easy to find. However, the Denver and San Francisco coins are far rarer, especially in certain grades of condition. Coins with minting errors or misprints from this year are also highly valuable. Errors such as double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks are rare and desirable. These types of flaws happen during the production process and make certain coins much more valuable to collectors. If you find a 1936 Buffalo nickel with one of these errors, it could increase the coin's value dramatically. Now, let's talk about the condition of the coin, because this plays a massive role in determining the value of your 1936 Buffalo nickel. The condition is determined by a grading system that ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70. A coin in high grade, one that has sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal wear, is always more valuable than a coin with scratches, dings, or other signs of circulation. Mint state or uncirculated coins are worth far more than those that have been heavily circulated over the years. If you happen to have a 1936 Buffalo nickel in MS65 or higher condition, that coin could be worth thousands of dollars, depending on its mint mark and rarity. Now, for the most exciting part, the value of the 1936 Buffalo nickel. You might be thinking, it's just a nickel, how much could it really be worth? Well, it turns out, this little coin can be worth a small fortune, especially if it has the right mint mark, in excellent condition, and features a rare minting error. Standard 1936 Buffalo nickels in good condition are typically valued anywhere from $1 to $5. But as the condition improves, so does the value. Coins in high-grade condition, MS 65 or better, can fetch anywhere between $50 to $500, depending on the mint mark and rarity. But here's where it gets really exciting. If you have a 1936 Buffalo nickel with a rare mint mark and it's in mint state condition, MS 65 or higher, or if you have a minting error coin, then you could be looking at a much larger payout. Drum roll, please. Are you ready for the price reveal? A 1936 Buffalo nickel in mint state condition, with the right mint mark, and a rare error, could be worth as much as $44,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $44,000 for a single 1936 Buffalo nickel. So why is this coin worth so much? It's a combination of rarity, history, and the condition of the coin. The 1936 Buffalo nickel is special not just because of its design, but because it represents a pivotal point in American history. The minting errors and rare mint marks only add to its desirability. Collectors want these coins because they represent both a moment in history and a unique opportunity to own a piece of rare, valuable Americana.So. Next time you come across a 1936 Buffalo nickel, don't just toss it aside. Take a closer look, check the mint mark, and examine the condition. You could be holding a $44,000 treasure. Today's video is one you won't want to miss. We're talking about a truly iconic coin, one that's not only part of American history but could also be worth a small fortune if you have the right one in your collection. Today, we're focusing on the 1934 Buffalo 5-cent coin, also known as the Buffalo nickel. This coin is more than just a simple piece of currency. It's a piece of American heritage, and for collectors, it represents a real opportunity to find a treasure hiding in plain sight. Stick around until the end, and you'll discover just how much this little coin could be worth. You'll be amazed at the potential value of the 1934 Buffalo nickel. Before we dive into the 1934 Buffalo nickel's value, let's take a quick trip back in time to understand why this coin is so special. The Buffalo nickel was first introduced by the U.S. Mint in 1913, with its distinctive design by James Earl Fraser. Fraser's design was chosen to reflect the rugged American West and the country's indigenous heritage. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find a Native American chief, symbolizing the country's rich and often misunderstood indigenous history. On the reverse, there's an image of a buffalo, a majestic and powerful animal that was once central to the life of many Native American tribes and the American frontier. The Buffalo nickel was produced from 1913 to 1938, and while coins from these years are all valuable to collectors, the 1934 version holds a particularly special place. This was a time when the U.S. was still recovering from the Great Depression, making the 1934 Buffalo nickel even more meaningful to collectors today. So, what makes the 1934 Buffalo nickel stand out? Well, it's all about its mint mark, its rarity, and the condition of the coin. Like other coins from this era, the 1934 Buffalo nickel was minted in different locations, each with its own unique mint mark. The mint mark will tell you where the coin was made: Philadelphia Mint. No mint mark, the most common, Denver Mint. D mint mark, San Francisco Mint. An S mint mark. While Philadelphia was the most common location for minting these coins, the Denver and San Francisco mint marks are much rarer and significantly increase the value of the coin. If you have a 1934 Buffalo nickel with a Denver or San Francisco mint mark, it could be worth much more than one from Philadelphia. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Sometimes, during the minting process, errors happen, and these errors can actually make the coin worth a lot more. Minting errors, such as double strikes, misaligned dies, or even off-center strikes, make certain coins highly valuable to collectors. The 1934 Buffalo nickel is no exception. If you come across a coin with a visible error, you might just have a treasure on your hands. Error coins are highly sought after because they're unique, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. If you happen to find a 1934 Buffalo nickel with an error, its value could rise dramatically, depending on the rarity and type of the error. When it comes to determining the value of the 1934 Buffalo nickel, the condition is absolutely crucial. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS70, with mint state coins being those that are in perfect condition, as if they just came out of the minting press. A 1934 Buffalo nickel in high grades, such as MS65 or better, is much more valuable than one that has been heavily circulated. The clearer the details on the coin, the better the condition, and the higher the price you can command. A well-preserved coin will fetch a much higher price than one with scratches, discoloration, or excessive wear. Now, let's get to the part you've all been waiting for. How much could the 1934 Buffalo nickel be worth? While the 1934 Buffalo nickel in average condition might sell for anywhere from $3 to $5, coins that are in excellent condition or have a rare mint mark can be worth significantly more. A 1934 Buffalo nickel in uncirculated or mint state condition can easily reach $50 to $100 or more, especially if it has a rare mint mark. But here's where the real magic happens. If your 1934 Buffalo nickel is in perfect condition, with a rare Denver or San Francisco mint mark, and possibly even an error, you could be sitting on a gold mine. Are you ready for the big reveal? If you have a 1934 Buffalo nickel with the right mint mark and it's in mint state condition, MS65 or better, it could be worth a staggering $48,000, that's right, $48,000 for a single 1934 Buffalo nickel. So, what makes this coin worth such a massive amount of money? It's a combination of rarity, condition, and the historical significance of the 1934 Buffalo nickel. Coins from the Great Depression era are particularly valuable because they represent a time of struggle and change in the United States. On top of that, coins with rare mint marks, high grades, and minting errors are always highly prized by collectors looking for that one exceptional find. So, the next time you're going through your old coin collection or come across a 1934 Buffalo nickel in your spare change, don't just brush it off as another nickel. Take a closer look. You could be holding a $48,000 treasure. Today, we've got a true gem to explore, the United States Buffalo 5-cent coin from 1935. You may have seen these coins before, but there's a lot more to them than meets the eye. Buckle up, because this coin's history, design, and rarity will leave you amazed. And stick around until the end, where we'll reveal just how much this little 5-cent coin could be worth in today's market. Let's start with a bit of background on this iconic coin. The Buffalo nickel, or Indian head nickel, was first introduced in 1913 and continued its run until 1938. Designed by artist James Earl Fraser, it quickly became a favorite among collectors and the general public. The coin features two remarkable images, a majestic buffalo on the reverse side and a Native American chief on the obverse. The 1935 version of this coin is particularly special due to the unique conditions surrounding its minting, which we'll get into shortly. In 1935, the United States was still reeling from the effects of the Great Depression, and the economy was slowly beginning to recover. While life was tough for many Americans, coins like the Buffalo nickel helped create a sense of pride and unity. However, over the years, many of these coins have disappeared from circulation, and finding one in excellent condition today is becoming a rare occurrence. Now, let's take a closer look at the stunning design of the Buffalo nickel. On the obverse, you'll find the profile of a Native American chief, designed to honor the indigenous peoples of the United States. Fraser drew inspiration from real-life Native American leaders to create this image, which exudes strength and dignity. On the reverse, you'll see a buffalo standing on a patch of ground. The buffalo was chosen because of its significance to Native American culture and its role in the history of the American West. It's a beautiful and powerful symbol of the untamed wilderness and the rugged spirit of America. The design was innovative for its time, with Fraser intentionally leaving the buffalo slightly off-center, which added a bit of uniqueness and artistic flair. But here's the twist: these coins weren't made to last. The design quickly proved to be too intricate for large-scale production. The buffalo's raised details were prone to wear, especially the tail and the ground beneath it, leading to a common issue with worn-out coins. So, while this coin's design is beautiful, finding one in pristine condition is quite rare and valuable today. Now, let's get into the 1935 Buffalo nickel itself. One of the things that makes this coin so intriguing is the mint mark, located beneath the word 5 cents, on the reverse side. The mint mark tells you where the coin was made, and the 1935 Buffalo nickel comes with two possible mint marks, D for the Denver Mint and an S for the San Francisco Mint. Coins minted in Denver tend to be more common, while those from the San Francisco Mint are rarer, and the rarer coins usually fetch higher prices. However, even the more common 1935 D can still be valuable, depending on its condition. Coins that have been in circulation for decades often show heavy wear, but if you find a 1935 Buffalo nickel in excellent shape, you might just have a valuable piece of history on your hands. As we mentioned, the 1935 Buffalo nickel was prone to wear and tear, so finding one in near mint condition is incredibly rare. Coins with minimal wear and damage, and with sharp details on the buffalo and the chief's profile, are highly coveted by collectors, but that's not all. Some 1935 Buffalo nickels have unique characteristics that make them even more valuable. For example, there are known varieties with subtle differences in the design, such as slight variations in the buffalo's position or the date on the coin. These can be the result of errors in the minting process or the way the die was struck. Collectors absolutely love these types of errors, as they make the coin a one-of-a-kind piece. If you come across a 1935 Buffalo nickel with any minting flaws, you could be holding onto something quite special. In addition to rare varieties and minting errors, coins that have been well preserved are in high demand. Coins that are uncirculated or in excellent condition can command a premium, with collectors willing to pay a significant amount for coins that retain their original luster and fine details. So, how can you tell if your 1935 Buffalo nickel is worth a lot of money? The first step is to assess its condition. If the coin is well worn, it may only be worth a few dollars. But if it has been carefully preserved, it could be worth far more. The key features to look for are the buffalo's details, the condition of the Native American's profile, and the mint mark. Coins with crisp, clear designs and little to no wear are the most valuable. One of the easiest ways to check the condition of your coin is to examine the buffalo's tail. If it's well defined and not worn down, that's a good sign. Additionally, the ground beneath the buffalo should be clearly visible. If the coin has a full date and a sharp mint mark, you've likely got a coin that could fetch a good price at auction. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for, the value reveal. If you happen to have a 1935 Buffalo nickel in uncirculated condition, or even one with a unique minting error or rare variation, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Coins in this condition or with these special features have been known to sell for as much as $54,000, that's right, $54,000 for a single 1935 Buffalo nickel. It's incredible to think that a coin worth just 5 cents when it was minted could now be worth so much. If you've got one of these coins lying around in your collection or even tucked away in a drawer, make sure to check its condition carefully. You could be holding onto a piece of history, and a fortune. Today, we're diving into a fascinating piece of American history, the United States Buffalo 5-cent coin from 1985. You might be thinking, wait, isn't that coin too recent to be valuable? Well, think again. The 1985 Buffalo nickel is not just any ordinary 5-cent piece, there's a lot more to this coin than meets the eye. Stick with me until the end, and I'll reveal just how much this seemingly modest coin could be worth today. Before we get into the specifics of the 1985 version, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Buffalo nickel, first minted in 1913, is one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Designed by James Earl Fraser, this coin features two stunning images, a profile of a Native American chief on the obverse and a powerful buffalo on the reverse. the design was a tribute to the indigenous people of the United States and to the mighty American bison, which played an essential role in the country's history. While the buffalo nickel was produced for many years, the coin went through several changes, and its design was eventually updated in 1938. Fast forward to 1985. By this time, the buffalo nickel had long been out of circulation, but the design was revived as part of a commemorative issue. In 1985, the U.S. Mint produced a special edition of the 5-cent coin to honor the original buffalo nickel, which had become a beloved piece of American numismatic history. This revival introduced a unique mint mark and specific production characteristics that make the 1985 buffalo nickel stand out among other coins. So, what makes the design of the 1985 buffalo nickel so special? The obverse, like the original design, features a Native American chief. This was a representation of the diverse native cultures that shaped the history of the United States. The profile on the coin was based on 3 different Native American leaders to create a composite image that exudes strength, dignity, and resilience. On the reverse, we again see the famous American buffalo, also known as the bison. This iconic animal was chosen as a symbol of the country's western frontier and of the indigenous peoples who relied on it for food, shelter, and clothing. The buffalo's role in American history cannot be overstated, which is why it remains a powerful and meaningful symbol on this coin. The 1985 buffalo nickel also features some slight differences compared to the earlier editions. The mint mark, located below the buffalo, indicates where the coin was produced, and it can affect the coin's value significantly. Coins minted in different U.S. mints, such as the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mints, can carry different values depending on their rarity and the year. Now, let's talk about the mint mark, which plays a huge role in determining the value of the 1985 buffalo nickel. You'll find the mint mark on the reverse side, just below the buffalo. There are 3 potential mint marks for this coin: no mint mark, Philadelphia mint. Most of the 1985 buffalo nickels were minted in Philadelphia, and they don't carry a mint mark. While these are the most common, they can still be valuable if they're in excellent condition. D. Mint mark, Denver mint. Some of the 1985 buffalo nickels were produced at the Denver mint, and these are slightly rarer than the Philadelphia versions. The D. Mint mark can add a little premium to the coin's value. S. Mint mark, San Francisco mint. The rarest 1985 buffalo nickels feature the S. Mint mark from the San Francisco mint. These coins were made in smaller quantities, and if you can find one in great condition, you're looking at a potential treasure. Mint marks can make a huge difference in the value of a coin. Generally, coins minted in lower quantities, like those from the San Francisco mint, tend to be more valuable to collectors, especially if they have been kept in good condition. So, what about the condition of the coin? As with most coins, the condition of the 1985 buffalo nickel is one of the most important factors when determining its value. A coin that has been well preserved, without much wear or damage, will fetch a much higher price than one that's been heavily circulated. Collectors look for coins with clear, sharp details, especially on the buffalo and the Native American's profile. If the buffalo's tail is clearly defined and the chief's features are sharp and crisp, the coin will likely be worth more. Coins that have been carefully stored and remain in excellent condition are often referred to as uncirculated or mint state coins, and these are highly prized in the world of numismatics. Additionally, there are some unique varieties of the 1985 buffalo nickel, such as those with subtle design errors or unusual characteristics that occurred during the minting process. These can include things like misaligned dies, doubling of the date or mint mark, or even unique strikes. Error coins are among the most highly sought after by collectors because they're rare and can be worth significantly more than a regular coin.So. How do you know if your 1985 buffalo nickel is worth a lot of money? The first step is to examine its condition. If the coin is worn, with the buffalo's details blurred or the Native American chief's face faded, it won't be as valuable as one in pristine condition. Look for a sharp, clear image of the buffalo with a defined tail and visible details on the bison's body. Check the Native American's profile. If it's crisp and distinct, that's a good sign. Next, check the mint mark under the buffalo's tail. If it's from the San Francisco mint, the S, you've got a rarer coin on your hands, which means it could be worth more than a regular coin. Lastly, if you have a coin that shows any signs of a minting error or unusual characteristics, you might just be holding on to something truly special. Now, here's the big reveal: the value of your 1985 Buffalo nickel. If you've got one in excellent condition, especially one from the San Francisco Mint or with a unique error, your coin could be worth as much as $59,000, that's right, $59,000 for a single 1985 Buffalo nickel. It's mind-blowing to think that a coin that was worth just 5 cents could now be worth so much. So, if you have one of these coins, or you come across one in your coin collecting journey, be sure to check its condition and mint mark carefully. You could be holding on to a small fortune. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.